Hey there, are you busy? Are you too busy? We live in such a busy world, and often our culture equates busyness with success. And yet, busyness doesn't necessarily equal productivity. Um, I can be on a stationary bike pedaling my heart out, but I'm not going anywhere. And so I've been thinking this morning about why are we overly busy and why do we choose that lifestyle? And it made me think about author and speaker John Ortberg, who says we should ruthlessly eliminate hurry, in parentheses, I'll put busy, from our life. So, there's definitely seasons of overly busy, and I think that's okay because life, a sickness or needs or a startup or different things, we have seasons of overly busy. But when that becomes our lifestyle, there's a problem. So some reasons that I think we can be overly busy, and I'm going to read some of these. I hope that's okay with you. But it's an inability to say no to people and to things. And maybe we're afraid to disappoint others if we say no. Are we too concerned with the opinions of others? Are we afraid if we say no to them that they will judge us, criticize us, or reject us? Maybe we don't say no because we have a lack of boundaries and lack of self-care. And those things can indicate that you're looking to people rather than to God for your worth and your true identity. Oftentimes we struggle in life because we forget whose child we are. Some of us have FOMO, the fear of missing out. We don't want to miss out on any opportunities. And often underneath that is competition or comparison with others, which are such robbers of joy and peace. And I want to add that, saying no is equally, if not more important than saying yes. We have to know what to say no to and know what to say yes to. Another reason we can be overly busy in life is because we're not clear on our true assignment in life, or what I like to call our lane. What and where does God want you to be? If you think about being on the highway and having a lane, when you find your lane, that's when you go straight and you accelerate. But if I'm on the highway trying to do all the lanes, I can't accelerate because I'm going back and forth trying to cover all the bases. When I was a teenager, I was a kid, that's how I used to snow ski. I was so afraid of falling that, major snowplow position, just going back and forth on the mountain. And those who were accelerating, coming down, going straight, I'm sure that they were completely annoyed with me. Number 3, so another reason that we could be too busy is because we are performance-based rather than grace-based. We are trying to earn approval and love. Perhaps you want other people to respect you or think highly of you. The problem is when we need someone else's approval, we also make ourselves vulnerable to their disapproval. It's the standing O of heaven that matters. Hey, perhaps you're trying to prove your worth to yourself. Maybe you grew up in a home with conditional love that you had to earn love and acceptance. And I want to remind us today that we are human beings, not human doings. Another reason we could be too busy is because, this is powerful, because you are avoiding your own life. It's easier to stay focused and striving on the outer world than dealing with our own inner world. What's going on the inside, our own pain, our anxiety, our fears. It's much easier to control and to fix others than ourselves. Isn't that good? Number 4, another reason we might be too busy. Perhaps we have the wrong definition of success. How do you define success? Is it your bank account? Is it your house? Is it your vehicles? Is it your image? Is it what you wear? How about this one? Your kids' success or your kids' behavior? Is it where you vacation? God's definition of success always has been and always will be about relationships. And it reminds me of the two greatest commandments, which is loving God and loving others. And I think Micah 6:8 clarifies God's definition of success. And it says, He has shown you, O mortal, what is good, and what does the Lord require of you? To act justly, and to love mercy, and to walk humbly with your God. And honestly, oftentimes I think the most productive thing we can do is to be still and to wait. And I'm not talking about lazy, but I am talking about stillness, staying connected with God's presence and relying on Him. So, that's such a good question. Do we rely on ourselves or do we rely on God? And this is a deep subject. Self-reliance often comes from an orphan spirit. I wanted to share some verses that point us into the right direction of not being busy, but being still and waiting on the Lord. So a lot of us have this on the walls of our house. Be still and know that I am God. Another translation says, surrender your anxiety. Let go, relax, and know that I am God. Listen to this from Isaiah. It says, yet those who wait for the Lord will gain new strength. They will mount up with wings as eagles. They will run and not get tired. They will walk and not become weary. Psalms 37:7 says, be still before the Lord and wait patiently for Him. Here's the last one, Isaiah 30:15. Only in returning to me and resting in me will you be saved. In quietness and confidence is your strength. So I want to encourage you today, eliminate the busy, eliminate the hurry from your life, and get plugged back into the things that matter and trust the Lord for your life. That's it. I hope you have a good day.